In this video, we're going to be solving equations. Down here, first off, let's look at this problem. Take a minute, pause it, and come back and see if you can come up with the right answer. On this one, first information that we need to have is a perimeter. The perimeter is 19. Then I need to know the formula for perimeter. Well, you can do it a couple ways. You can add up all the sides, or you can do 2 times the length plus 2 times the width equals perimeter. Now, what I like to do is I like to label my sides right here. And I know that all I need to do is add up all my x's. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to have 6x. Then add up on my numbers. 4 and 3 is 7, 10, 14. Plus 14 equals 19. So I can use that as an equation. You could also do up there like I did earlier with my classes, 2 times the length. I'll make this the length and this the width. And do x plus 3 plus 2 times, oops, not x, it should be 2x. Let's see, 2x plus 4 equals 19. Now you can solve that one up there. I'm going to go ahead and come over to this one. Now to solve it, I draw my dotted line right here. Put negative 14 to each side. I get 6x equals 5. I then will, let's see here, divide by 6, and I get x equals 5, 6. Now, one of the things I did to talk about checking in the calculator when you go to y equals right here, let's see here, I'm going to clear these out, and I will put the left-hand side over here, 6x plus 14, in y1, and then in y2, I'm going to put in there 19. I'm going to press second graph. Well, problem is I have a fraction for the answer. There's no fraction over here. So you can press second window, type in there what you want. So I'm going to type in there 5, divide 6. Now press second graph. Look right here, y1 and y2 are both 19. That means I'm correct. But the only thing is, if you do it this way, make sure you go back to second window and type in 0 again, so that this way when you go back to your table, you're starting off at 0. Now, technically, we're not done because it says to find the length and the width. Okay, so if I go with the length, it's x plus 3. Well, x is 5, 6. So I have L equals 5, 6 plus 3. So the length equals 3 and 5, 6. Not the most friendliest of things. L equals, oh, not L. That's not L, the width. The next one is the width. Width equals 2x plus 4. So width equals 2 times, I have 5, 6 plus 4. Well, let's see. If I multiply those right here, I'm going to get 10 over 6 plus 4. 10, let's see, I'll write it up here. 10 over 6 is 1, and 4, 6, I can reduce it to 1 and 2/3. So I'm going to have 5 and 2/3. Next problem, right here, says given the figure to the right, find the equation for the total area of the figure. Well, area is length times width. Well, here's my length. Let's multiply it by the width. Here's the width. This section is 20. This section is 2x. So if I put it together, I'm going to have 20 plus 2x. So now to multiply my width here, I'm going to have 30 times 20 plus 2x. Well, now to go and simplify. 30 times 20, 600, plus 30 times 2x is 60x. This right here would be my area in terms of x. Okay, here's a problem right here. Pause the video and come back and see how you do. I'm going to draw my dotted line. Now what I like to do is I like to go and cover up my right hand side. Let's look just at the left. You're going to put together the x's. So here's negative 3x, negative 7x. So when I put those together, negative 3 and negative 7 is negative 10x. This is the only number here, so I'll put plus 2. Now it's equal negative 18. This is a regular two-step equation. So I'm going to subtract 2 from each side. I get negative 10x equals negative 20. Divide by negative 10. And I get x equals 2. Now, I'm not going to go through the calculator checks every time, but I want to make sure that you are, so that when we go in here, before you even come back on the video, you should check it in the calculator and then go back and see where you might have made the mistake. Left-hand side goes into y1, right-hand side goes into y2. So let me pull that calculator back up. So when I go in here, I get negative 3x plus 2 minus 7x. Then I go down here and put in there negative 18. I'll press second graph. I think the answer is 2. It's not going to magically show up. You have to go and find it. Well, there's x. Whoops, x is 2 right here. y1 and y2 are both negative 18. That means that I am correct. Going to the next one. Pause the video. Come back and see how you do. In this one, I'm going to draw my line right here. Let's cover this up. I'm going to cover the right-hand side up. Now, first thing you're going to do is the parentheses, the distributive property. This is not, the 5x is not in there. So I'm going to just take 6 times 5x and 6 times 6. So 6 times 5x is 30x. 6 times 36, I'm sorry, 6 times 6 is 36 plus 5x. Now look over here, I'm going to put the equals 1. Well, there's still a lot going on over here, so let's cover this back up. Let's look here now. Well, now I have 30x and I have 5x. So I have 35x, okay, add this on there, plus 36. And if I move this over, it equals 1. Okay, so now subtract 36 from each side. I'm going to get 35x equals negative 35. I'm going to divide by 35. I'll write my answer over here. X equals negative 1. Again, make sure you check it. Left-hand side y1, right-hand side y2. Next one. Pause the video. Try and work it out. Check it in the calculator. Come back and see how you did. First thing I do is go to my y equals and I draw a line. And here is my shade. Over here. Do I have anything going on my left-hand side? Nope, there's just the 24. So now I come over here, put it here. I've got my parentheses going on. This 8x is not in the parentheses, so just do this part here. I have, let's see here, equals negative 48, because 8 times 6, negative 8 times 6. Negative 8 times 4 is negative 32x. And then just write this. This comes down here, plus 8x. Well, let's see here. I need to put the 24 over here. Let's bring it down. Still things going on my right-hand side. So if I look here, put my x's together, and what do I have? Negative 48 And then negative 32 plus 8 is negative 24x. Well, let's bring this down. I leave 24 right here. This is a simple equation to solve here, a two-step. I add 48 to each side. So now here, I get 72 equals negative 24x. Divide by negative 24. I get x equals, oh golly gee willikers, here we go. Let's put in there, let's go on my home screen here, let's put 72 divided by negative 24. It's negative 3. Okay, next one. Pause the video, come back and see how you did. On this one, I'm going to draw my line here. Now, this 6 is outside here. It is not outside the parentheses. What's outside the parentheses is a negative 1. This 6 is going to be brought straight down here. So I have 6. Then I have negative 1 times 2x, negative 2x, negative 1 times 4 is negative 4. If you made a mistake, you probably took 6 times 2, 6 times 4. So look and see if you did that. There's a negative. That's a negative 1. Equals negative 12. Now on the left-hand side, well, here's my x. There's only one of those, so I'm just going to leave it as negative 2x. Then I'll put together my units. 6 minus 4 plus 2 equals negative 12. Subtract 2 to each side. Negative 2x equals negative 14. I'm going to divide by negative 2. X equals 7. Right here. Well, let's see. We'll go ahead and do this one. Go ahead and pause the video and come back and see how you did. I'm going to draw my dotted line right here, or draw my line. Nothing's going on over here, so I'm going to look on the left-hand side. I'm going to take 3/4 times each one of these. Now, one of the things you can do in the calculator is you can go up here and put in there, I know I'm supposed to take 3, divide 4, and put in parentheses the 2, and press enter. Okay, so I've got 1.5, so I'm going to go 1.5x. Let me pull that back up. See, because I'd multiplied those together, and that's what I have here. Now, 3/4 times negative 6. So take and put in here 3, divide 4. Don't put the x, though, okay? Put the parentheses, and then negative 6, parentheses, press enter. So now we have negative 4.5. So I'm going to go up here and put negative 4.5. Okay, see, because remember we did this, but there's no x with it, so this is what we have. And then I'm going to bring down the plus the 3x equals 45. Well, now I have 1.5x and 3x. That gives me 4.5x minus 4.5 equals 45. So I need to add 4.5 to each side. Now I get, these cancel, I get 4.5x equals 45 plus 4.5 is 49.5. Divide by 4.5. X equals, okay, what do we have here? Let me pull this over here. Let's see. I've got 49.5 divided by 4.5. Enter. It equals 11. There's my answer. Next. This is what you'd need in our standard-based grading to be able to get 11.4 level 5. Okay, in this case, when you go to do this, or level 4, level 3, level 4. Okay, I'm looking at all these denominators. The easiest thing, there's many ways you can do this. The easiest way I would go through and do it, I was looking to see what does 5, 4, 2, and 5 all go into? They all go into 20. So I'm going to multiply everything by 20. So when I take this times this, okay, that's going to give me, and if you don't know, you can go up here, and let's see, let's clear this and put 3 divide 5. If you struggle with the fractions, parentheses, and put in there 20. Press enter. It's going to give you 12. So I have 12x. Now I know that 4, okay, 5 goes into 4, so when I reduce that right here, I'll have minus 5x. 2 divided by 20 is 10, so this is plus 10. Right here, that cancels out. This gives me a 4. 4 times 6 is 24. Okay, so now let's solve it from here. And if you got stuck on the first part, that's great. Now pause it, because now we have the second equation. So here, put your x's together. I get 7x plus 10 equals 24. Subtract 10 from each side. 7x equals 14. Divide by 7. X equals 2. Next one. Oh, there isn't a next one. We've gone all the way through this video.